Hello everyone, and welcome to the guided notes video on piecewise functions. We're going to take some quick notes and then go through the check your understanding. So what I'd like you to know about piecewise functions is that piecewise defined functions have different rules for certain intervals. So they have different rules for certain intervals. That means that their domain will be restricted to different pieces of the function. In other words, restricted domains for each piece. You can see if you look below, the notation for these is written in 3 different pieces, and each piece is described by a different interval on the graph and has a different rule, if you will, for how to solve. So, to evaluate a piecewise function, what we're going to do is determine the interval that our input belongs to. And then we're going to plug the input into that equation only, into that piece only. We'll see how this works in just a moment. Okay, so for example, Pizza Palace is offering a promotion. The cost of a large pizza in dollars, so that's C of T, as a function of time since February 10th can be described by this function. So if you take a second to think about what this is asking, or what this is demonstrating, it's demonstrating the cost of a large pizza since February 10th in time. So this means from 0 to 3 days since February 10th. In other words, it means from February 10 to 13. Okay. This middle piece would be defined as February 7 plus 3, so from the 10th, I think, to the 7 plus 15th, I believe. Let's see how that would work. And then since 18 days since February 18th, that would be the 28th. Let's make this function defined. So that would be 7 days, 13. So what this means is that from day 0 to 13, so from the 10th to the 13th, it would cost $7 for a pizza. From the 13th to the 18th, excuse me, I was plugging values in. From the 13th to the 18th, it would cost 7 plus T, whatever we're plugging in. And then from the 8th to the 28th, so in other words, from February 18th to 28th, that the pizza would cost $18. Okay, remember that T is days since February 10th. Okay, what's the price of pizza on Valentine's Day? So February 14th. That would be when T equals 4, in other words, 4 days past the 10th. And that falls into this middle section where it's represented by 7 plus T. So that would be 7 plus T, or 4, time of 4, that would be $11. So it would cost $11 to get a pizza on Valentine's Day. Okay, on what days or day should you go to the Pizza Palace to get the best deal? How do you know? Well, when is the pizza going to cost the least? It looks like the pizza will cost the least amount of money when it costs $7. So that's on February 10th through 13th, because the price is only $7. Okay, now in 3, find C of 9 minus C of 8, and let's interpret the result in the context, in the context of the problem. Well, C of 9 minus C of 8, we'll evaluate it first and then talk about what it means. C of 9 minus C of 8, that is going to be C of 9 That falls here in the 18 restriction, and then minus C of 8. That falls into the 7 plus T, or in other words, the 7 plus, in this case, 8 restriction. So that would be the 18, and I want to take 18 minus C of 8, which is 7 plus 8, and so that would be 18 minus 15, which would be $3. So what this means is that the price of pizza increased by $3. Increased by $3 from February 18th to 19th. Remember that T is days since February 10th. So this is asking how much did the price of pizza change from the 19th to the 18th. Okay, the next one. What's the significance of the domain restriction 0 to 28? Well, the promotion runs for 28 days starting on February 10th. Okay, now if we were to sketch a graph of this, what we'd be looking at is a graph that's in 3 pieces, where for the first 3 days the pizza costs $7. For the next, where's that restriction? For the next 8 days, from 3 to 8, it costs 7 plus whatever we're plugging in. So for the next 3 days, then it would cost, starting at day, oopsies, I have to erase a little bit of that. I overran the domain. So $3 for the first, sorry, $7 for the first 3 days. Okay, and then 7 plus 3 is 10 with an open circle. Is that right? Yep. Up to $18 on day 8. And day 18, okay. Day 8 would be 18. Oops. Hard to draw. Okay. So the price is going up there. And then it's a constant $18 from day 8 to 28. So from February 18th until, oh, sorry, from day 8, and that's T. From day 8, it's a constant $18. Hold on. Watch the next video while I do this graph the right way.